5. I see the tracks of the railroads of the earth. I see them in Great Britain. I see them in Europe. I see them in Asia and in Africa. I see the electric telegraphs of the earth. I see the filaments of the news of the wars, deaths, losses, gains, passions of my race. I see the long river stripes of the earth. I see the Amazon and the Paraguay. I see the four great rivers of China, the Amur, the Yellow River, the Yangtze, and the Pearl. I see where the Seine flows, and where the Danube, the Lori, the Rhone, and the Guadalquivir flow. I see the windings of the Volga, the Dnieper, the Oder. I see the Tuscan going down the Arno, and the Venetian along the Po. I see the Greek seamen sailing out of Aegina Bay. 6. I see the site of the old empire of Assyria, and that of Persia, and that of India. I see the falling of the Ganges over the high rim of Saqqara. I see the place of the idea of the deity incarnated by avatars in human forms. I see the spots of the successions of priests on the earth, oracles, sacrificers, Brahmins, Sabians, lamas, monks, muftis, exhorters. I see where druids walked the groves of Mona. I see the mistletoe and vervain. I see the temples of the deaths of the bodies of gods. I see the old signifiers. I see Christ eating the bread of his last supper in the midst of youths and old persons. I see where the strong divine young man, the Hercules, toiled faithfully and long, and then died. I see the place of the innocent rich life and hapless fate of the beautiful nocturnal sun, the full-limbed Bacchus. I see Nymph, blooming, dressed in blue, with the crown of feathers on his head. I see Hermes, unsuspected, dying, well beloved, saying to the people, "Do not weep for me. This is not my true country. I have lived banished from my true country. I now go back there. I return to the celestial sphere where everyone goes in his turn." 7. I see the battlefields of the earth. Grass grows upon them, and blossoms in corn. I see the tracks of ancient and modern expeditions. I see the nameless masonries, venerable messages of the unknown events, heroes, records of the earth. I see the places of the sagas. I see pine trees and fir trees torn by northern blasts. I see granite boulders and cliffs. I see green meadows and lakes. I see the burial cairns of Scandinavian warriors. I see them raised high with stones by the marge of restless oceans, that the dead men's spirits, when they wearied of their quiet graves, might rise up through the mounds and gaze on the tossing billows, and be refreshed by storms, immensity, liberty, action. I see the steeps of Asia. I see the tumuli of Mongolia. I see the tents of Kalmucks and Baskirs. I see the nomadic tribes with herds of oxen and cows. I see the tablelands notched with ravines. I see the jungles and deserts. I see the camel, the wild steed, the bustard, the fat-tailed sheep, the antelope, and the burrowing wolf. I see the highlands of Abyssinia. I see flocks of goats feeding, and see the fig tree, tamarind, date, and see fields of teff wheat and places of verdure and gold. I see the Brazilian vaquero. I see the Bolivian ascending Mount Sorata. I see the Waco crossing the plains. I see the incomparable rider of horses with his lasso on his arm. I see over the pampas the pursuit of wild cattle for their hides. 8 and 9. I see the regions of snow and ice. I see the sharp-eyed Samoyed and the Finn. I see the seal-seeker in his boat poising his lance. I see the Siberian on his slight-built sledge drawn by dogs. I see the porpoise hunters. I see the whale crews of the South Pacific and the North Atlantic. I see the cliffs, glaciers, torrents, valleys of Switzerland. I mark the long winters and the isolation. I see the cities of the earth and make myself at random a part of them. I am a real Parisian. I am a habitant of Vienna, St. Petersburg, Berlin, Constantinople. I am of Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne. I am of London, Manchester, Bristol, Edinburgh, Limerick. I am of Madrid, Cadiz, Barcelona, Oporto, Lyons, Brussels, Bern, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Turin, Florence. I belong in Moscow, Krakow, Warsaw, or northward in Christiania, or Stockholm, or in Siberian, Etrusc, or in some street in Iceland. I descend upon all those cities and rise from them again. 10. I see vapors exhaling from unexplored countries. I see the savage types, the bow and arrow, the poisoned splint and fetish, and the obi. I see African and Asiatic towns. I see Algiers, Tripoli, Dern, Mogador, Timbuktu, Monrovia. I see the swarms of Pekin, Canton, Benares, Delhi, Calcutta, Tokyo. I see the Crumman in his hut, and the Dahoman and Ashatiman in their huts. I see the Turk smoking opium in Aleppo. I see the picturesque crowds at the fairs of Khiva and those of Herat. I see Teheran. I see Muscat and Medina and the intervening sands. I see the caravans toiling onward. I see Egypt and the Egyptians. I see the pyramids and obelisks. I look on chiseled histories, records of conquering kings, dynasties cut in slabs of sandstone or in granite blocks. I see at Memphis mummy pits containing mummies embalmed, swathed in linen cloth, lying there many centuries. I look on the fallen Theban, the large bald eyes, the side drooping neck, the hands folded across the breast. I see all the menials of the earth laboring. I see all the prisoners in the prisons. I see the defective human bodies of the earth, the blind, the deaf and dumb, idiots, hunchbacks, lunatics, the pirates, thieves, betrayers, murderers, slave makers of the earth, the helpless infants and the helpless old men and women. I see male and female everywhere. I see the serene brotherhood of philosophers. I see the constructiveness of my race. I see the results of the perseverance and industry of my race. I see ranks, colors, barbarism, civilizations. I go among them. I mix indiscriminately, and I salute all the inhabitants of the earth. 11. You, whoever you are, you daughter or son of England, you of the mighty Slavic tribes and empires, you Rus in Russia, You dim-descended, black divine-souled African, large, fine-headed, nobly formed, superbly destined on equal terms with me, you Norwegian, Swede, Dane, Icelander, you Prussian, you Spaniard of Spain, you Portuguese, you Frenchwoman and Frenchman of France, you Belge, you liberty lover of the Netherlands, you stock whence I myself have descended, you sturdy Austrian, you Lombard, Hun, Bohemian, farmer of Styria, you neighbor of the Danube, you working man of the Rhine, the Elbe, or the Weser, you working woman too, you Sardinian, you Bavarian, Swabian, Saxon, Wallachian, Bulgarian, you Roman, Neapolitan, you Greek, you lithe matador in the arena at Seville, you mountaineer living lawlessly on the Taurus or Caucasus, you bulk horseherd watching your mares and stallions feeding, you beautiful bodied Persian at full speed in the saddle shooting arrows to the mark, you Chinaman and Chinawoman of China, you Tartar of Tartary, you women of the earth subordinated at your tasks, you Jew journeying in your old age through every risk to stand once on Syrian ground, you other Jews waiting in all lands for your Messiah, you thoughtful Armenian pondering by some stream of the Euphrates, you peering amid the ruins of Nevea, you ascending Mount Ararat, you foot-worn pilgrim welcoming the faraway sparkle of the minarets of Mecca, you sheiks along the stretch from Suez to Bab el Mandeb, ruling your families and tribes, you olive grower tending your fruit on fields of Nazareth, Damascus, or Lake Tiberias, you Thibet trader on the wide inland or bargaining in the shops of Lhasa, you Japanese man or woman, you liver in Madagascar, Ceylon, Sumatra, Borneo, all you continentals of Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, indifferent of place, all you on the numberless islands of the archipelagos of the sea, and you of centuries hence, when you listen to me, and you each and everywhere whom I specify not, but include just the same, health to you, goodwill to you all, from me and America sent, each of us inevitable, each of us limitless, each of us with his or her right upon the earth, each of us allowed the eternal purports of the earth, each of us here as divinely as any is here. 12. You Hottentot with clicking palate, you woolly-haired hordes, you owned persons dropping sweat drops or blood drops, you human forms with the fathomless, ever-impressive countenances of brutes, you poor Kobu, whom the meanest of the rest look down upon for all your glimmering language and spirituality, you dwarfed Kamchikan, Greenlander, Lap, you Austro Negro, naked, red, sooty, with protrusive lip, groveling, seeking your food, you Kafri, Berber, Sudanese, you haggard, uncouth, untutored Bedouin, you plague swarms in Madras, Nankin, Kabul, Cairo, you benighted roamer of Amazonia, you Patagonian, you Fiji man, I do not prefer others so very much before you either. I do not say one word against you, away back there where you stand. You will come forward in due time to my side. 13. My spirit has passed in compassion and determination around the whole earth. I have looked for equals and lovers and found them, ready for me in all lands. I think some divine rapport has equalized me with them. You vapors, I think I have risen with you, moved away to distant continents, and fallen down there for reasons. I think I have blown with you, you winds. You waters, I have fingered every shore with you. I have run through what any river or strait of the globe has run through. I have taken my stand on the bases of peninsulas and on the high embedded rocks to cry thence, Salut au Monde. What cities the light or warmth penetrates, I penetrate those cities myself. All islands to which birds wing their way, I wing my way myself. Toward you all, in America's name, I raise high the perpendicular hand, I make the signal, to remain after me in sight forever, for all the haunts and homes of men.